everyone, it's Darvina with Darvina Plays with Scissors, and I wanted to create a tree package today with our Ghoulish Goodies stamp set. I'm also going to be using our Cobweb 3D embossing folder, as well as one of our dies from our stitched shaped dies. I'm actually using the second to largest circle. So with all of that said, let me go ahead, I'll put that down there. And then let me put this over here so I can lose it later, because you know I will. And let's pull our paper out. So this, we're starting off with our basic black cardstock, and it's cut to 6 by 11 inches. And don't worry, this information will be on the PDF on my blog. So you can always go over there and get the list of all of the supplies you'll need to create all 3 projects, as well as the measurements. So with that, let's go ahead and start with our 11-inch side. And here we're going to score it at 3, 5, 8, and 10. So let's 3, 5, 8, and 10. Right? Now we want to score the short side at 1 1/2. So let's go ahead and score that here. Now we're going to flip it back around to our 11-inch side, because at the 4-inch mark I want to, okay, so let me back up a minute. Here is our line that we just did at the 1 1/2 inch mark. So with that, just kind of eyeballing that at the 4-inch mark, we don't want to go all the way down to this line. We just want to go 3/4 of the way, like about like there. And then we want to do it again at our 9-inch mark. Oops. So right about there. Yeah? Yeah, that looks good. Okay. So let's put this aside. I'm still going to keep my score tool, because with all of that, I still want to score a bit of a triangle here. So I want to go from the bottom of the line that we just did to the corner of where these 2 lines meet. And this is going to create a pleat that we can use to fold our bag, because this is going to be like a little treat bag. Okay, so we created that triangle, and there it is. And you can use a ruler for this too if you want. So, okay, so we've got all of our score lines. So let's go ahead and start burnishing these score lines. Right? Why is this one a little bit off? Let me re-score this one at the 1 1/2 mark. You know what? It wasn't even at the 1 1/2 mark. Okay. Now we've got it. All right. Okay, and we don't want to do those triangles yet. We're going to burnish those a little bit differently. So be careful that you don't burnish those, because they can't go all the way. We don't want them to go all the way down. So now on these that we only went down so far, we want to go ahead and try and pinch those the best we can so that when we're ready to create this box, or this bag, I'm sorry, they'll kind of fold in a little bit easier. So I'm just trying to pinch them. Just like that. Okay, perfect. Okay. So now what we're going to do, I'm trying to remember what the cuts are. I always forget this part. Okay, so let's go ahead and just start cutting our score lines down here at the bottom. And I believe this one is actually going to come off, right? Because we're trying to create a rectangle. All right, and then this one I'm going to just notch, just like that. And then just like that. And I believe we want to notch these also. These smaller ones. Okay, let me get rid of the scraps. And now, yes, okay. So now what we want to do is we want to put some of our Stampin' Seal Plus on our little notched section that's by itself, because we're going to just lay this over on top of it and glue it together. So then now we have a box, right? But it's going to actually fold in like that to create like a bag. So let's go ahead and close up the bottom. So I'm just putting the Stampin' Seal Plus on the bottom, just like that. And then I'm going to use my bone folder to kind of press down. And then now we have our bag, our little treat package that looks like a bag. All right, so from here, let's go ahead and create our pieces that go on the front. So this is our design series paper. It's our plaid. So, and we currently have this on sale right now for 15% off. So if you want to, you can always go to my blog, which will link you to my shop, and you can click on, I believe it's on my homepage, advertising for the sale. If not, you can probably see if there's some kind of a link there that says happening now, or promotions, or events, or something to that. There we go. I was just trying to notch it to create a bit of a ribbon look to it. Okay. Yeah, so if you go to my blog, you can link there to my shop, and you can find the design series sale on my shop. I just don't know exactly where, so kind of look around a little bit. I'm assuming it should be on the home page, but if not, try clicking around. And I will always, you know what I can do? I can add the link on my blog. That's what I'll do. I'll add the link on my blog for this project right underneath this project that will link you over to the sale. So yeah, that's a lot easier. So I'm just trying to decide, do I want to use dimensionals for this, or do I want to, I think I'm going to just leave it straight. Just going to leave it, I'm going to use my tape runner just so I can use it up. And then I'm just going to place it right here, just like that. And now I want to create my sentiment, and if I'm not mistaken, you know what? I used this technique on my last project, so let's do it again because it worked out really, really well. I'm going to create a background of the cat because our circle doesn't have enough room for both the cat and the sentiment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink up the kitty cat, and we're going to use a second generation stamp, second generation image, which basically means you've you know, stamped it once, and then this is the second. This is after you've gotten rid of some of the ink. So now with that, I do want to color in his collar, and I think I want to use dark pumpkin pie. Dark pumpkin pie for that. And then do I have a black? I do not. Huh, that's really interesting. I do not have a black, but I do have, oh no, I do have a black. This is it. It just doesn't look black from the lid. So I'm going to use the smaller side, the more pen-like side, because I want more control of his tag. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, and I forgot to clean this off, that's how my stamps get stained, and I never learn. Okay, so now I want to use the true black, my StazOn black, and this I'm going to stamp my sentiment that says Ghoulish Goodies. And we're going to do it, so if I line this up, I have a little bit of room down there. So we'll line it up right here. Oh, it's crooked. Oh well. Not a problem. Kids aren't gonna care, right? They just want the candy. Okay. Let's pull out the stamp and emboss machine. Oops, sorry, that was kind of loud. And we'll place our die, or our picture right there. Wonder if I can, you know what I bet I can do? I could probably off-center the kitty cat to make the words look a little bit straighter. So I will do that when I moved it. I will do that when I place it on the package. Oops. Okay, let's just run it through. get this out of the way. And here is our kitty cat. Yeah, so if I make the words straight up and down, the cat's a little off center, but you can't really tell. Perfect. So let's grab our dimensionals. Take off the backing and then position it right about there. Okay. Before I add the ribbon, I want to add a few of our iridescent pearls. I have to take it off to the side because I can't get it off sometimes. Ah! Oh yeah. And now it's going to be even harder because it's, all right, forget it. Oh, got it. Did I take the glue off? I did. The glue came off, the stickiness. Okay, we'll grab another one and place it right there. One more right about there. Okay, so those are our iridescent pearls. So now what I want to do is I want to grab our, this, oh, you know what? This is part of our metallic, gosh, what was it called? I think it's metallic, you know what? I cannot remember what it was called. But it is in the catalog with this green one. They're both together. They're sold as a kit, as a combination. I'm sorry, I was out of screen. They're sold as a combination. So I remember, I think it was basket weave. I think it's metallic basket weave combo. Anyway, so I'm going to take the brown one and I want to create a bow. Uh-oh. My finger got stuck. So we'll try it one more time. Okay. Not a bad looking bow, if I do say so myself. Okay, and then we'll just cut it off here. Cut it off there. And now what I'm going to do is I have these little paper clips that I bought quite a while ago. I don't remember where I got them, Michael's, or I have no idea. But I'm grabbing a glue dot, putting it on the back of my bow, and then I'm just going to attach my bow to my paper clip. Just like that. Put this aside. Now I'm gonna grab my candy. I have a Twix cookies and cream, I have a Reese's pumpkin, and then I have a Snickers peanut butter. They all three won't fit, but let's go ahead and grab these two, and then we can close just one side. And I'm going to try and paper clip it closed, but it's not going to stay closed. So instead, I'll just take these first two and I'll just clip it like that so that it's attached to the top, but it's not quite closing the bag. All right, so that is our third package. And that is it. Those are our 3 packages for Halloween. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoy making them. I hope you enjoyed our classes, I should say. And I hope you have a great rest of your night. I will see you next week.